Hello, it's Glenn Fleetwood, former, for 33 years, criminal defense lawyer, but on the opposite coast from Rex, except for when he goes to Las Vegas. I know it's not Monday, but we're going to have a little extra, just a little peek at Rex Heuermann's murder trial. And that's what this podcast is about. It's the Heuermann Murder Trial podcast. Welcome to it. And please, so that I can get raised up in their algorithm, please, as everybody says to you, you're tired of hearing them say, like, subscribe, ring the bell. But here's what I'm getting questions that are really good questions about why is there so little information coming out about the familial DNA search that led them towards Rex. And I'm going to tell you something. You've not heard this anyplace else. It doesn't matter if you listen all day to Nancy Grace and the guy who asks the dumb questions, who used to be a cop. There's a surprise, huh? Why is there so little information about how they got their lead looking for Rex? And the answer is because the cooperation that the business, and I don't know which one it is, that the business gives to the police saying, okay, we'll let you look through our DNA, but you don't tell people which company it was that helped you. And the reason for that is they don't want to go bankrupt. Think about it. Suppose you were somebody, not like who you are, but suppose you were somebody that maybe had a couple of shady relatives, Uncle Arnold. I think he sometimes watches those kids a little too intently. And what about Aunt Delilah, who you've heard sells drugs? Well, you would not, if you found out that the XYZ chronological company is cooperating with the police and letting the police come in and look through all the DNA and saying who here is similar to this DNA, which is our murderer or other criminal, you wouldn't want to be a part of that. How would you like to have the police come into your house maybe once a month saying, well, we got another DNA match between you and a case we've got here. Now, of course, it's not a 100% match. We're not saying you're the criminal, but it's a familial match, which means that the criminal is somebody in your family. So who do you know that lives in North Carolina, is probably male, and between the ages of 50 and 60, and you can either sit there and say, I want to call my lawyer, which is, I think, a very good answer. Or if you tell them you've turned in one of your relatives, which is a real nice way to watch your family fall apart. I've seen it. So the answer is, that's why people are saying, I would not put my DNA into a repository where they cooperate with the police. And so that's why the repositories say, if we cooperate with you, you don't put our name in the headlines and say, we're the ones who helped you track down the bad guy. I watched in the California case, never saw them give away which company it was that did the DNA. Did you? If you did, down below, put the answer in down below. And I've certainly watched it with rapt attention in the Heuermann case, and they have not given away there either. Which company? And I think there's like 5 of them. Which company is it that you can send your DNA to find out who is in your lineage? Why would you ever want to know that? I promise you it will be a disappointment. And so all of those companies are saying, no, if we help you, Mr. Police Officer, we do not want any credit, thank you. Because we may get credit from you, but we'll get no further samples from people saying, hey, diagnose my DNA, will you? And I don't blame them. I still have not seen any place, and if you have, please let me know down below. And I will give you assignation. Is that the right word? I'll give you credit. I've not seen anybody say that the Golden State Killer and the Rex Uerman Gigolo Beach Killer were caught the same way. I still think I'm the only person pointing that out, but sooner or later, somebody's got to point it out. One of the things that some people have been pointing out is his tremendous size. And how does that affect the odds that he had an accomplice? And I unfortunately have spoken out of both sides of my mouth and admitted that. He's big enough that he didn't need an accomplice. But there's these killings last Monday, these suitcase killings that appear to be an accomplice trying to get him set free, trying to make the police think they have the wrong guy and that the real killer is still out there. Wow. And with that, this Thursday, the 27th, July, thank you for listening. If you have any suggestions, criticisms, complaints, just write down below. There's a place for it. And especially if you have any ideas or if you've heard anybody address the issue of which company is it that does the DNA analysis, which one is it that's helping the police track down bad guys. And I think some people are going to say, and violating the rights of their customers. But thank you for listening. This is Glenn Fleetwood, criminal defense lawyer for 33 years, and I will be back with you next Monday.